Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Marky Mayhem. Thanks for joining me today, tonight, whenever you may be, whenever you might be watching this video. So thanks for joining me today. Today we are going to take an exit left and we are talking about skincare. Specifically, I wanted to talk to you guys about the brand Bad Habit. I was getting ready to say beauty, but now they're skincare. And that's a story about that. Let me tell you. Sit down. Come here, let me tell you a story. So a long time ago, that's not really a long time ago, back in 2017 when there was a thing called shophush.com where you can get dupe makeup, Bad Habit Beauty was like the #1 brand that supported the dupe makeup. So they had dupes for Anastasia Beverly Hills, Huda Beauty, those were like the main two, honestly, that they duped, but Natasha Denona too, and they did one that duped the Fenty one. Okay, so they did that. They disappeared. Shop Hush disappeared. Thought went out of my mind about Bad Habit. Till one day I was at work and we have this thing where we have to watch videos on different brands so we can know what's entering and exiting the store, all that good stuff. They had something that said Bad Habit and I was like, why do I know this name? So I watched the video and I was like, oh, I wonder if this is the same Bad Habit that used to make the dupe makeup. And I went to their Instagram and lo and behold, I was still following them. Yes, it was the exact same brand. Now they've changed their whole branding. They've linked up with Emma Chamberlain, and we're going to talk about that today too because I have some thoughts. But now they have a skincare brand, and when I looked at it, it kind of seemed like they might be duping brands, but I don't want to say per se they're like duping exact like formulas, because #1, they can't do that because there's such things as copyrights and all that stuff, and like how people put their ingredients on the back of their packaging. But I do think they're duping like hot ingredients, so like the AHA, BHA, and then the adaptogens. So like those are the two biggest things that I see throughout their line. So I wanted to talk to you about the 3 products that I tried, give you my opinion on them, and then break it down a little bit why I ended up hating literally all 3 of them. So if you're interested to see what my thoughts are on the skincare brand, keep on. So the first item we're going to talk about today is their Wake Me Up Cleanser. And let me start first. This is their packaging. It came in this white box with like green lettering. It's cute because, you know, we're really into that minimalistic kind of look now, and then you can just see what it says on the packaging. It says, you can't wash those 2 a.m.s to text, but you sure can wash your face. And I thought that was cute. Kind of trendy, and then when you open it up, it also says it on the packaging on the inside as well. So when I was at Ulta, looking at the ingredient list, when I first read it, I was like, okay, there is a lot of essential oils. There's fragrance in here, but like I'm a type of person who does not think that fragrance is the devil, so I would never ever 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 just jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, that's bad, I'm not using this for my face. Well, I use this, and let me tell you, when I first used it, I honestly did not hate it. You know, it is very refreshing. There's a lot of peppermint in here. I have notes today, guys. So it literally has mentha, pepperita, which is peppermint. Then they have peppermint leaf, and then fragrance that all attribute to it being that really bright, refreshing, like, whew, my face feels like it got smacked with winter mint gum, you know. I had that on file real quick. So yeah, it was really refreshing. I did feel like it was pretty squeaky clean, but I'm going to attribute the fact to that. It has sodium C14 and 16, and I don't know if that actually is olefin sulfonate or if it's like something different and they pair it with olefin sulfonate, and it really makes it super like stripping a little bit, and you know, that kind of sucks because it does have the coconut, like the coconut based, I forget what that ingredient's called, type of cleansing agent in it as well. So you think like, oh, it's got coconut in it, it's going to be, you know, it's not going to be squeaky clean. Well, it was pretty squeaky clean. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a pass. I don't mind it being super winter mint, but like it was aggressive. It did clean pretty well. Like I did the test afterwards with my exfoliating pad to see if any dirt was left, and there wasn't any. So I was like, okay, cool. But it kind of irritated my face because, like I said, squeaky clean. Well, then that day I did my makeup, so I was like, obviously I want to see how this does taking off makeup. off, great, but literally, so I have a very sensitive T-zone. My skin type is combo oily. Right now, I would say it's pretty combo normal just because of all the ingredients. Like, I use a lot of niacinamide. We could talk about that later. And I feel like my skin is pretty balanced, so maybe it is more a little bit normal to oily. But no, this nose area of mine is sensitive, especially in the wintertime. And when I said it was inflamed, red, I am not kidding you. My nose around this area was red, and then this whole section right here was red. And I was like, so I said I was done with her, and it just makes so much sense. Like I said, the cleansing agents in here, all that menthol, all that peppermint. Don't get me wrong, I looked at the reviews. A lot of people said that they liked it and that they liked how refreshing it was. So if you're somebody who can handle it literally being like a punch in the face of winter mint, I would say go for this. But otherwise, you can find so many other alternative cleansers that are going to have antioxidants in it and something that's going to be more refreshing and wake you up with like vitamin C based. And at the end of the video, I am going to give you some suggestions if you end up not being interested in buying the Bad Habit brand. So yeah, I can't rock with this. I definitely will be returning this because it's too much for my face, and we have learned that it's not good to be squeaky clean. Yeah, you want your face to feel clean, but you want to be comfortable, and it wasn't comfortable. The next one is the Daily Dose Multivitamin Moisturizer. Here's the package for this, and it just says, when breakfast is a bag of chips, you can still have your vitamins, and honestly, that's kind of adorable. I really like that. What I appreciate about this moisturizer is I love the airtight packaging. How you can literally like pump it up. I'm not going to pump it up because, well, I guess I can pump it up so you can see. So you pump it up like this, and this is the texture of the lotion. It's more of like an orangey texture, and when I say, baby, she smells like an orange dreamsicle, that was the one reason that I was actually going to keep it. But then it's like, in retrospect, do you want your face to smell like an orange sickle? Probably not. It's not what I'm looking for when I'm, picking out skincare, but it does. And that's my biggest note, too. I'm sorry that I'm kind of going all over the place, but this brand to me is more so about a sensorial experience than it is about, like, we have the best ingredients. They do have good ingredients here and there, do not get me wrong. I'm not discrediting them on their ingredient list, but it's a lot of fragrance. Like, this smells like a orange candy. Okay. Anyways, moving on. And the Daily Dose Multivitamin Moisturizer, it's $24. Also, the cleanser is $19. So the prices for these are pretty reasonable. I would say that they should go down a little bit more, especially if they're marketing to Emma Chamberlain's group, because I feel like her demographic is probably like from the ages of like 12 to 16. And I don't think y'all have $24 for I think this is like 1.7 ounce of moisturizer to keep replenishing that. I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a teenager, This one right here is meant to moisturize, obviously, brighten the skin, and be kind of like an antioxidant pill for your skin. So with that, they have niacinamide in here, panthenol, vitamin E, oat bran, oat kernel. This to me is probably the best ingredient list they have. Out of the three that I bought, because most of those, like niacinamide, I believe is the fourth ingredient. So it's very high. You are getting a nice dose of those brightening agents as well. It does have a stable form of ascorbic acid in here as well. It's the tetrahexyl ascorbate, and it's a fat soluble one, so it's going to be really easy to penetrate the skin and actually help brighten. And I appreciate about this, but it is so aggressively strong. Like, the smell lingers. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the smell doesn't just like you put it on your face and you're like da 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 da. So if you're somebody that doesn't like orange dreamsicles or like chocolate covered orange, you're gonna be ready to puke because this lingers on your face. It also does have mica and titanium oxide in it, so it has that slight shimmer that gives you like that, like, oh my god, my skin is glowing. I've never looked so glowy before in my life. And that's what the mica and that does for you. And here, does that for you, sorry. So overall, like if I was going to give it a rating, not that I'm rating these, but like this one, you know, it's like a 6. The one thing that made me so mad, pissed me off about this, so I was really trying to give these a chance. I used it for a week, this moisturizer. It was not hydrating enough. The consistency of the moisturizer itself is so thin, and I get it. Most people have like a little bit more oilier skin type, so they want it to be like a gel cream and nice and lightweight and like whipped and easy to what I want to say dissolve, ingest into your skin. Well, it's a little too lightweight. I guess it would be perfect for the daytime, but right now with us wearing masks, I feel like I do prefer a little bit of more heavier cream, just because my face at the end of the day, with all that heat and that steam, after wearing it for 8 hours, my face gets really dried out and tight. This did not help it at all. And then also when I used it at nighttime, I would wake up and my face was kind of like white and ashy, which I had never experienced before. Even when I put an oil on top of it to like kind of be an inclusive, it still was very white. And I attribute that to probably like trans epidermal water loss. There we go, definitions. For sure happening during the night, because I literally never wake up with an ashy face anymore. But this girlie, she did not pull through in the clutch for me. But with that being said, you could buy this if you really like an extremely deemly, weanly, thin moisturizer. So, there's that. The last product we're going to talk about is the Chill Out Adaptogens Toner. As you can see, I have been using this. This one I am definitely going to keep. And this one just says, this just might help you come off as calm and in control. And I do like the blue on this packaging. It's kind of cute. Anyways, so this is their toner. Or you could use it as like a mister throughout the day if you just want to refresh yourself. I would not probably put this over makeup. So like, if you're thinking about it, don't do that. So this one is really soothing, like the name says, chill out. So it's got aloe, sodium hyaluronate, caffeine in there to really wake up the skin and energize that blood flow, rose water, kiwi fruit, Sephora, Japanitic flower, which is a calming antioxidant, which that comes into play with adaptogens. And if you didn't know what adaptogens are, it's a grouping of calming herbs and roots, and this one does have all of that, because it's like the aloe, what is it, the flower I told you about, and it has other things in here that creates that adaptogen. That honestly was the biggest thing that I was like, ooh, it's got adaptogens in it, so I needed to try that. And they're also known to reduce stress and calm the skin, so it's definitely meant to be calming. It definitely does have fragrance in it, but I didn't have a problem with it, and I like how thin the mist is, if you can see that. The fragrance in this one does not linger. I'm trying to see. It's like a sage and green tea kind of smell to it, so it's very like calming and zen, so I do appreciate that for it. But it's kind of like, but does it do anything? You know what I'm saying? She gives me, but does it do anything vibes, because when I look for a toner, I need it to either be active to where it's going to like clean out my pores and kind of help, you know, with acne or oil buildup, or I need it to like reduce inflammation or redness. And I mean, yes, it does have yes, it does have the adaptogens in it here to like calm your skin down, but I just don't feel like this is enough oomph to really be considered like a top tier toner for me personally. Don't come at me. Yeah. I like it, but I'm not super excited about it. But I mean, I guess it's kind of cool that it has that antioxidant power in it, and it does have the anti-pollution stuff in it, so like it's kind of protecting your skin in the way, so like a nice light veil. But once again, it's just when I'm looking for toners, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I like it enough to keep it. We're gonna go with that one, girly. It's just because there's so many other toners in my life that I use that I like am obsessed with, that this would not be something that I reach for. I did not get the price for this one. I believe this one was also like $19. It could have been $20 too. Either one. It's either $19 or $21. Okay. Honorable mentions that I saw on the end cap when I picked these three up that I was just like, eh. about. So they have the Dude Hemp Oil, the Cleansing Balm, the AHA BHA mask, a 10-minute mask that is more of a clay base, and then they have the hyaluronic mask, which is more of like an overnight sleeping mask, and then they also have the hand cream that has adaptogens in it. All of these have pretty favorable reviews on Ulta.com if you guys want to go check that out. I will say the Dude Hemp Oil, I did see someone say that it was very greasy and did not seep into the skin well. So, you know, if that means something to you. And then the other thing that I might go back and try is the hand cream, the Palm Reader. It's called Palm Reader. Because I like a very thick cream, and now with us living in Patagonia, I have to moisturize my hands a lot more, and I like a thicker, viscous-y consistency. Let me go ahead and grab the things that I think would be like a better alternative for you to try, opposed to spending your coin. I, with full faith and heart and compassion, cannot tell you to be like, hey, yeah, go out and buy these. These are amazing products, because they're just not. And then I also checked out their Instagram, and I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people were saying yes, they love it, but they said they love it because they love Emma Chamberlain. And then a lot of people said that they had bad reactions, sensitivities to these. And I was like, well, maybe because it has all of that, essential oil, fragrance. I don't know. And like I said, I'm not trying to demonize either one of those things, because I use stuff that has essential oils and fragrance in it every single day. But it's just something in my spirit that don't sit right with these. Alright guys, so I have come back with some alternatives that you could look into if you didn't want to buy this Bad Habit stuff. So, 2 cleansers that I think are 10 times better. The first one is the Mixed Green Nutrient Rich Cleanser. This one would be a great one because it does have more of like a wake up refreshing feeling to it, because it has the bergamot in it. It has vitamin C, green tea, and aloe, so it's very soothing, but it does get all of the dirt, oil, makeup off of your face, perfect for a second cleanse, and you do not feel stripped when you use this. You don't get that tight feeling, and it's okay to use over your eyes, you know what I'm saying? This one right here is my buddy, my bestie, my boo, my bae. This is the Niacinamide Cleansing Gelée 3%. This one is exactly what it says. It's niacinamide mixed with hyaluronic acid, and there is a little bit of vitamin C in this as well. What I love about this one is it literally cleans everything off. You can double this up as a mask and leave it on your face for like 5-10 minutes if you want to. It also just has a lot of brightening ingredients. So if you're looking for something that's going to help with hyperpigmentation, just really giving you more like glow from within, these 2 cleansers are perfect, and they're both reasonably priced. I believe they are $18 on the website. This one now, why do I keep doing this? This one now they sell at Target. This one you can only get it on the website as of right now. But both of these I would say get over the Bad Habit. And then for moisturizer, one that I literally just got the other day, this is so perfect, so amazing. It's the Cooling Aqua Jelly by Dermalogica, and it's their Clear Start brand, which is a more targeted to the teens, you know. I'm a teen. And 26 is a teen. No, I'm kidding. This one to me is what this one should have been. So I have this on my face right now, and it is so hydrating. It is more of like a jelly consistency. I don't know if you can see that little baby spot that I just poured out, because I just don't want to waste product. It's super lightweight, but it just drinks into the skin, and this is like a slap of hydration, and I really appreciate that. What I really like about this one is, yes, as we all know, Dermalogica formulates with a lot of essential oils as well, but it just makes sense. This one has blue tansy, blueberry extract, hyaluronic acid, retinol-like bioflavonoid complex that they have created, which helps with fine lines, wrinkles, and also controlling oil. So it's perfect. You can use it day and night. I don't wake up ashy, and that is a big marker that this works. It pairs wonderfully underneath sunscreen, and it doesn't ball up like a lot of products do. This balled up underneath sunscreen also too, if you care to know about that. And I literally use 5 different sunscreens. It just no. So in conclusion, try out the Aqua Jelly. This is only $23, and if you have a skincare fridge, this would be perfect to put in there because it's going to give you that more refreshing, cooling, tightening feeling. I definitely say you're actually spending $1 less. Yeah, get this instead, baby. It's just better. And like, when I say, like, this one is so light, but it doesn't feel like it's doing anything, and this one is just as light. Like, it's water. It's literally water, but my skin feels so plump and plush. Boom. And then a toner that's also from Dermalogica, the Clear Start. This one is their Micro Pore Mist right here, and it just comes in this bottle. And essentially, this is a niacinamide toner, but it's so good. It's like really good. And the only thing I hate about this is the mist is kind of like very direct on this one. It's not as fine and cutesy-ootsy as the other one. But this one is perfect. This is a toner that's doing something for me, has actives that are doing something. So I would say get this one, and I believe this is $20. So probably, I think it's the same price as the other toner. So my final thoughts on this is this would definitely be a brand that is more geared toward younger people. And by younger people, I mean like teenagers. So like 12 to 18 years old. Definitely not for somebody who has super sensitive skin, so like eczema, somebody who has rosacea, just anything that you get a little itchy patch. No, do not use this. It's going to irritate you. Nothing that we haven't seen before, and you know, that's bad habits gig. They like to steal a little bit. I wouldn't say steal, but like copy your homework but make it a little different, that kind of vibe with products. And that's okay because a lot of brands do that. It's interesting to me that Emma Chamberlain is the creative director of this, because wasn't she also doing stuff for like Curology? I don't know if it's Curology or just another brand in general. And she's like, this is the best thing that I've ever used in my life, but this is also the best thing I've ever used in my life. But then she also, we know she took Accutane, and that's what helped her get her skincare in order. And then she's also doing her skincare routine with Hyram, and none of the things that she was sponsored by was in the skincare routine. And granted, I know that, you know, that was a couple months ago. Well, it was last year, but I know she's been working with bad habits. So these are the questions that the people have for you, Miss Emma Chamberlain. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to answer that. Formulate with a lot of essential oils. You know, take that with a grain of salt. To me, like I said earlier, it's more about the sensorial experience than the active ingredients. Don't get me wrong, the ingredients are fine for the most part, minus all that stuff that's irritating. But it just doesn't do enough to where I'm like, this is something that I can see myself using on a consistent basis, if that makes sense. Buy at your own risk, and I feel like this is just for Emma Chamberlain's fans. So if you're an Emma Chamberlain fan, it's all for you, baby. I'm leaving it right at the store for your ass. But in conclusion, I'm not a fan. Ooh, sorry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was not too much all over the place, and I gave you some good information so you can know a little bit more about it. If you're interested in videos like this, again, let me know in the comments down below, and I could do that for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.